our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. This is DeEtte here, coming to you every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, just to bring a little bit of awareness into our lives using spirit and, I don't know, a little bit of knowledge, kind of going with the flow every morning. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. So as usual, guys, we do start the first half an hour with just a lot of talking. And then at the last half of the hour, we do our 5-card stud, which this week our highlighted cards are the Keepers of Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. Amazing cards. These are a Hayhouse. Which is going to be lots of fun, I think. Lots of fun. Okay, so let's get into this. What are we going to talk about today? A little bit of reading, not a lot, but a little bit. So let's kind of look at this. Boop. There you go. Sorry, guys. There's like a line on me. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't even care to try to figure it out. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. So it says, all you see in your world is the outcome of your idea about it. Wow. That's kind of personal, isn't it? Why is it that all we see in our world is the outcome of our idea about it? It's because our ideas about things in our world are really outcomes of the thoughts we have about these things. The process of creation starts with thought, an idea, concept, visualization. Everything you see was once someone's idea. Nothing exists in your world that did not first exist as a pure thought. So it becomes extremely advantageous, if I said that right, for us to go immediately to our highest thought about everything and everyone important to us, if we are to create our personal world the way we want to see it. God explains that if you are God's equal, that means nothing is being done to you. And all things are created by you. Or created by you. So there can be no more victims and no more villains. Only outcomes of your thought about things. If you want your life to truly take off, then instead of experiencing the aftermath of your unconscious creation, change your idea about it. About you. Think, speak, and act as the God you are by consciously changing everything you think, everything you say, and everything you do that is not in alignment or harmony with the highest vision you have for you. When you do a thing that is misaligned with your best intention, decide then and there to make that the last time. Let's say that again. When you do a thing that is misaligned with your best intention, decide then and there to make that the last time. Begin to use the 3 tools of creation to change and call a stop to unconscious living. Okay, that's a lot of powerful words. It's a lot of powerful everything. So let's kind of look at this. Okay, let's break this down. And it's funny because I'm reading and I've got so many thoughts going through my head. And quite frankly, I hear this all the time. I've been cursed. This is a deck I've been handed. Things just don't go good for me. I'm not that lucky person. I hear all of it. All of it. I hear, just so much. And it's mind-blowing to me that in this day and age, we are still going on curses. We are still going on, people are doing this to me. We're going on bad karma. I mean, we are still saying all of these things. Okay. When you say those things, you believe those things, guess what it is? That's what you're coming to you. I used to be that same person. I used to go, I get instant karma. I get instant karma. If I do something that is not good, it's going to retaliate right away. I used to say it all the time. And guess what happened? A reinforcement of that belief, because bad things would happen to me. I mean, I could never get out of this space because I always thought if I did something that was negative, negative is going to happen to me. It's the land of karma. It's the land of this. It's the land of that. Now, let's get rid of that word. Let's get rid of that. And let's look at it this way. Let's break it down. If I have the thought that if I do something wrong, I need to be punished, what's going to happen? I'm going to bring punishment to me. No matter what that looks like, I'm going to bring the punishment to me. So I need to get rid of that thought. Okay. So how do I do that? Number one, I acknowledge that, man, I did something that did not align with me. I screwed up. I messed up. That didn't feel right. Whatever this is. First I go, oh gosh, doesn't feel like that was good. I acknowledged it. I'm going to go, yeah, can I not do that twice? Apologize if I need to and move on. I'm not going to dwell on this. I need to be punished. I need to, like a child, be spanked, be grounded, be put in a corner, be scolded for hours. As children, we learn, again, not saying that we don't have consequences, guys, but what I'm saying is it's much better. Good morning, Keith. To look at something and say, yeah, this wasn't right. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like I should have done that. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. Think about if we don't learn that as children, we'd be a lot better off. So kind of going forward with that, because it really goes where on our creation. So if you're constantly thinking these things that are negative, you're going to have nothing but negative come to you. There's so many things. Now, my life has been changing more recently. Okay, just changing. And a lot that maybe not everybody's going to notice. I'm noticing because I'm like, oh my gosh, good things are happening. Like positive things are happening. And instead of going, oh my gosh, why is that happening? I'm sitting there going, what has changed with me? What thought processes have changed with me? And quite frankly, I think it's because I started listening to me when I talked every Monday morning. I'm constantly getting spirit. I'm constantly getting this. But honestly, when I get done, guys, it's out my head. I keep moving on. What I've talked about on Mondays is just out the door. So I am as bad at listening to me as anybody else would be. But one thing that started to hit home was I started hearing people say, DeEtte, you're worth it. Okay. DeEtte, ask for it. You will receive it because you're worth it. DeEtte, you have no confidence. Oh, wow, that's a big one. Why don't you have confidence? Trigger things that had my thoughts in a different way. I was thinking, no matter what, I had to pay my way through the rest of life. I had to pay, which is another form of kind of of not really thinking highly of myself. I never went, hey, Charlie, I never thought for one moment that I already put in my time. I never, and it's not that time is over with. It's not that I'm not going to keep doing what I'm doing, but never once did I go, oh my gosh, I've learned, I've grown, I'm continuing, and now I'm worth being invited in. That's a huge change for me. And I will tell you what, the process started last February. I mean, granted, the process started a long time ago, but my first realization was when I was with a group of people that are my peers, my friends, but I put them up here and I didn't put me up there with them. Somebody looked at me, a guy by the name of Richard, looked at me and said, stop it. You're always welcome. You're always invited, and you're always one of us. So stop thinking you're not. And I went from groupie to an equal. That was a really harsh reality to go, wait a second. I don't have to act the way I'm acting or thinking the way I'm thinking anymore because I am part of this group. And I know that sounds so simple, but a lot of times that's what we do. We go, we're not good enough, we're not high enough, we're not whatever. And we bring ourselves down on the totem pole. So that was really my first realization. And then slowly through the year, I had a lot of people come to me and it was like Spirit was sending people everywhere to go, DeEtte, you're worth it. DeEtte, why don't you see yourself in this way? DeEtte, why don't you see yourself the way we see you? And you know what? Quite frankly, it was because I was still in the mindset that I was not good enough for anything. And I know because I did not live, I did not consciously perceive myself as not good enough. I never once said I wasn't good enough, but it definitely was my belief system because it's how I was acting. So I had to stop and go, wait a second, what is happening? And it came because I literally was not getting the message. There were little messages all over the place. And then in spring, a beautiful lady by the name of Kelly sat me down and gave me a very small lecture on how she's seen me. And at the end of the lecture, she looked at me, she goes, oh my God, you don't see what we see. And I went, I have no clue what you're talking about, girl. I am not that person. Again, I refused to see me outside of somebody that was just above the dirt. And what was happening in my life? I was barely above dirt. I wasn't surviving financially. I wasn't surviving in any way. I was behind the buck in everything. And more things were said and more things were done. And these are little things, little tidbits, and we all get them. We all hear them. We all get it from everybody where somebody say, oh my God, you're amazing. Believe it, because that's going to get you forward. It's all those things because people said those things to me. I didn't want to believe them. I could not believe that I was good. I could not believe that I was worth somebody's time because I've never been taught that. When people started to point out my flaws, that's when I got it. And I know you would think the opposite. Like somebody points out my flaws, I'm going to feel like horse doo-doo. But it wasn't that way. For example, not this last couple of days, but last weekend, I said something. I said this to a friend. I went, you know what? I have the feeling I'm going to be sitting down. I see myself sitting down at a table and writing down a bunch of thoughts or ideas for you on a piece of paper. And I know I'm going to give you this, but I don't expect you to look at it or even pay attention. And he looked at me and goes, have no confidence in yourself, do you? Whoa. Whoa. That hit home. That hit hard. It's a flaw that I have. That's a flaw. I look at myself and I went, whoa, I have no confidence. None. I have no belief that if I show up, that my thoughts, my words are valuable to somebody else. So therefore, before I even speak, I have canceled myself out. It's my belief that cancels it. Good morning, Maureen. That is my belief. So therefore, it's what was happening all the time. I was creating a situation in life that my belief in me is exactly what was happening all the time. It had absolutely nothing to do with reality because those that I'd never gotten to still had their beliefs. So in that moment, I started looking back in parts of my life. And granted, you guys, there's been a lot of times this has come through. This is just the most recent example where I went, wow, where does that come from? Where does that come from? And I looked through my life to find where that first belief of non-confidence came from that I could remember. And I went, whoa, that's a child's point of view. It's not the truth. but it's where it started. That's where my lack of confidence came at a very young age. And honestly, it's so young. It was so ingrained, literally under the age of 5, which is ridiculous. There was no one doing it. And I will tell you, based on this is what I've done to me my whole life, because I was taught not to be confident, don't believe in myself, that I will always be in this position in life. It's not that somebody said that directly to me. It was just my perception of something. My younger years, my years going through life, guys, I was a pageant princess who won. And whenever I would win smaller competitions, but when it get to the bigger ones, I'd be like, oh, not good enough for this one. And I would come in as first runner-up. And everybody would be blown away that I wasn't winning the bigger competitions. They're like, God, she was a shoo-in. What happened? It was me. I didn't believe that I was good enough to win the national level. So I'd exit out. I was on swim teams. And I would literally, yes, it is, darling. I would literally be the fastest swimmer. Every time I'd leap off and boom, like a darn dolphin, just flying. And I'd be just so far ahead from everybody. And 5 feet from the end, I'd stop and I'd look up. Where the heck am I at? I get disoriented. And guess who would lose? I wasn't sure if I said it correct or not, darling. And that's what would happen. Again, I would stop myself. Always stopping myself. And we do that to ourselves. We stop ourselves. Our own beliefs stop us from the finish line. Sometimes stop us from getting off, even the start line. So we need to kind of take a step back and go, okay, so how do I stop this stuff? It's literally looking back and going, what is it that stops me from succeeding? What is it that stops me from achieving what I want to achieve? And what you're going to find out is the way you think. It's the way you think. You can put in all the hard work, but if you don't think you're going to make it to the finish line, you're not going to make it to the finish line. You're not going to get the bonus. You're not going to get the new job, because you will self-destruct. You will stop it before it happens. So what do? You individualize things. You individualize things. And I know this sounds so tedious. It does. Am I confident? Do I feel like bad things should happen to me if I do bad things? Do I feel like I need to be punished? Do I feel worthy of this? Do I feel capable of this? All these wonderful thoughts do I feel? Now break it down, because if you hear no, go back and find out where that started. Go back and start to figure out why you don't feel this way. Why do you not feel confident? Why do you not feel worthy? Why do you feel like you are not good enough? Go back and figure it out. Understand where it started and rewrite it. It really is rewriting. It's going back and saying, gosh, I was worthy. I don't know why I felt that way. I don't know why I got that. And if somebody by God told you weren't, in your mind, at whatever, tell them to hush up. They're wrong. And start to redo your thinking. Start to redo the way you look at yourself, the way, hey, Gayla, start looking at how you perceive your life. And then go forward with that. Okay? I know that seems like it's too simple. It's too easy. It's too whatever. I know that's what it seems like. But gosh, guys, it's exactly how it's supposed to work. We are our own creators. We are the ones that make our life. Okay? So we're the ones that do it. How we think, how we perceive things is what we're going to bring to us. End of story. I never felt, validated. I never felt like a winner. I always felt like I needed to hide. I always felt like I couldn't be seen. That was me. Where did those come from? It comes from a childhood. Parents aren't bad at all. But I do come from a childhood that was broken, a original birth father that was violent, and a mother that was telling me to hide, don't be seen. She was trying to save me, not hurt me. My mother had to move several times to hide us from him. Again, beautiful woman trying to save us, instilling that I needed to hide, that I needed to not be seen. I needed to be quiet. Moving all the time, never staying in the same school district for more than a year. Gosh, learning how to be friends was really hard. It was easier to show up and not be friends because why would you want to be my friend if I'm only going to be here a short amount of time? These are things by a child's mind, the way a child sees it, that develops these things. It just develops. So I had to go back and rewrite my story. I had to go back and change my thought process. I didn't need to hide because nobody wanted me to be seen or that I wasn't good enough. I needed to hide so I didn't get hurt. And truth be it, I created a lot of friends. There isn't a time that I don't go out that somebody that recognizes me, even from first or second grade, that doesn't say, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in years. I made an impact. I made friends. So many things happen. So I just start to rewrite my story to say it's okay. I don't need to hide. It's okay that I'm being seen. It's okay for me to be standing confident and be a winner and be successful. And it's okay because you know what? I am worthy. I'm worthy to show up and be paid. I'm worthy to show up and have FaceTime. I'm worthy. And it's okay to ask for those things. And then it's okay to receive those things. And that's how we need to start life, living our life as a whole, everybody. I use my life as examples because it's what they give me. They give me my memories so that I can help best explain it to you. But I want you to look at your life. I want you to, if you are not as successful as you want to be, if you are not constantly having amazing things happening for you every single day, aka miracles, every single day happening for you, then you've been thinking the wrong thoughts. You've been creating the wrong reality for you. You need to switch it. You need to change it. You need to go back and go, what in me feels I need to create the life that I'm living right now? Start to change those things. They're harsh realities. They're little light bulbs that are constantly going off in your head going, oh my gosh, let's change that. Let's switch that. Let's not make that a way of life. So this week, do yourself a favor and look at your life. If you are not doing what you want to do, if you are not at the point in life that you want to be at, if you are not living the life you want to live. Stop and pay attention to what you're doing to create what you're living. Look at what you created. You've done it. We can't blame that on anybody else. We can't blame it on karma. We cannot blame it on a curse. We cannot blame it on the universe doing this to us. We can't blame it anywhere because it comes back to here. Now, is the universe bringing it? They are. But you're asking for them to bring it to you. Is there karma? Yeah. You're asking it to punish you. It is you that are doing this. So stop. Switch things around. Switch your thoughts. Switch your reality and realize your life is going to be as amazing as you want it to be. It's nobody else's fault, just yours. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take a station break. And when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. So get your questions in your mind ready, pick your numbers, and we'll see you in a few moments.
Is your space aligned with your dreams? Do you feel inspired when you walk in the door? Carol Hyder can help you create a space that you love, where you thrive, and where you always want to be. Using her 29 years of experience as a feng shui consultant, teacher, author, and trainer, she can help you bring forth the inspired essence of your home or office, making a place where you feel whole and safe. Learn the specific feng shui adjustments that Carol has seen as the most important, such as determining which room in your home should be your favorite, why your stove may be affecting your health, and why your office may be holding you back. Contact Carol at 612-823-5093 or carolhyder.com to discuss the specifics with a personal appointment. By elevating the energy of your space, it becomes sacred and you will be forever changed. Contact Carol at Carol Hyder, that's CarolHyder.com. Elevate your consciousness with each issue of The Edge magazine delivered straight to your doorstep. Immerse yourself in a community of curious teachers and seekers dedicated to the collective growth and understanding. Each glossy edition is a portal to expand awareness, featuring the latest in metaphysical and holistic products, services, events, and books. Let our engaging articles and comprehensive practitioner directory guide you on your journey towards higher consciousness. With every issue, raise your vibration and deepen your connection to the universe, one enlightening read at a time. Subscribe today at edgemagazine.net/subscribe and embark on a transformative exploration here, there, and everywhere.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is DeEtte, Go Through Spirit with the Edge Network. We are coming to you doing our 5-card stud today, guys. This week is the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. Again, this is a Hayhouse published deck. Kyle Gray is their angel person. Not to say that they don't have more than one. He just seems to be the one right now. Not a bad place to be. Not a bad place to be. Just seems to be the Hayhouse expert. And that does shift over time, you know, as new ones come and go. But, you know, he is their angel guy. And more power to him. So, excuse me, the back of the card say the Keepers of the Light are a powerful congregation of enlightened souls who are dedicated to the peace, healing, and nurturing of the world. This stunning card deck is a bridge between heaven and earth, drawing together 45 ascended masters, spiritual deities, and higher beings from many world traditions who are here to help all over those who call on them. Who are here to help all of those who call upon them. Oh my gosh. This deck has been designed for spiritual seekers looking to develop their intuition, embrace their spiritual gifts, and trust the messages that are receiving. Are you ready to connect? Let the Keepers of the Light guide you. There you go. There you go. It's a nice read, guys. Let's see what's in these. So 5-card stud, what do? We are highlighting this deck. Every week I bring a different deck in, every week we look at these decks and we go, do we like them? Do we not like them? The reason why we do this is, quite frankly, because I go to places and I look at decks and I go, oh, that looks interesting. I'll buy it. And I give them $30, $40, $20, whatever the price of the deck is. It's got a box that's hard to open for me, guys. We know I don't like these boxes. Anyway, so, and I end up wasting a lot of money. I'm not that these aren't amazing decks. They're just not decks that I resonate with once I open them. And I'm always like, you know what? If I have the chance to open up a deck and look at it and play with it, or somebody else gives me their opinion on it, I do better. Oh my God, that took forever. No deck should be that hard to open. These boxes, sometimes I don't like this type of box. They're not handicap accessible. So that's why we do it. Why? Because hopefully I give you a little insight into the different decks. And if you like one, you buy it. If you don't, you go, okay, not for me. We'll go on to the next week. So this one has got a nice, it's a small book. I like the small books. It's not colored, but you can see the face. You can see some details. It's a little bit bigger. You may not be seeing all the details they want. I'm thinking, honestly, with these cards, with a set of glasses, you could probably read the words pretty well just by carrying the book with you. But I don't think the book is going to be as handy for just looking at the pictures and really pulling on inspiration and intuition as the deck will be. Just saying. But doesn't mean it's a bad deck, a bad book. It does tell you what it's about. And then he does have it's the card. It's what the card's about. Gives you a little extra wording on there. And that says what the card's about. And then the extended message. So there is some different layers in the book, so not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. This so far looks like it's beginner friendly, which we do like for guys, you know. We like the beginner friendly ones because a lot of people are at a beginner state. Or beginner friendly also means it's a no-brainer to me. It means if you're beginning, it's easy to work with, it's easy to understand. If you're more advanced, it's a pull. It's a one day, one card day pull type of thing where you can just go grab it. This is what I need to know today and keep going. So that's what's kind of nice about certain decks. Okay, certain decks I just will have it in a cup or a bowl, and if I need a card for the day, I pull the card, look at it. Oh, that's interesting, and I keep going. And that's what I like some of these decks for. Okay. But again, guys, I'm a little bit more advanced. If you're a beginner, it's easy because you can pull these. It's got words. It tells you. It's got the picture that you can look at for inspiration. It's got what this card means in a whole. It says a little bit more, and then it gives some words. Makes it easier for a beginner to go boom, 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 to kind of put the message all together. And that's what I look at. It was something that's a little bit more self-explanatory, something that's a little bit more rememberable, when you're trying to put the pieces together. Because really, what's a tarot reading or a card reading but a bunch of puzzle pieces? If you're pulling more than one card, it's a puzzle. You've got to put the puzzle together to understand the message that's coming through. So 5-card stud. Pick your numbers, guys. 1 through 5. Whatever number you call is your number for your reading. I'm going to read all these cards individually. I'm going to pick 5 cards. I'm going to read them individually. That's where your number comes through. You can pick more than one number. You can pick all of them for all I care. This is for you. You can also wait because once I get done with each individual card, I go back to look at it as a whole reading, all 5, and we just kind of go from there. Okay? That's all we do. We're kind of going from there. So card number 1 is White Eagle Ancestor Spirit. It says, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. You love that? I love this. You know what? We're looking at this because this card straight up is screaming at me that, if you pick card number 1, you got some issues going on right now and you're going, oh my gosh, how did I get myself in this predicament? You got to... What have we been talking about today? You got to look at yourself. Where did you learn this? Where did this come from? It does say ancestry, but you know what? It's not necessarily everybody looks at it like, oh my God, it's a family curse. No, it's not a family curse. It's not an ancestral curse. Literally, our mother did as her grandma did. The grandma did as her mother did, and goes back that way. So it becomes ancestral. Why? Because this woman taught this woman, taught this woman, taught this woman, not taught you. And guess what? You are now doing just what your ancestors did. So this card is saying, Where did this start for you? Where did you come into this to get yourself to this point? Something you have done as a lifetime pattern is now affecting you more than it ever has. If you want that to stop, you need to look at where it started within your life. Okay? Once you do that, you're going to be able to pull yourself out of the situation you're in. Card number 2, Mary Magdalene. Ooh, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. I love that. So card number 2, when you're looking at this is saying that, guess what? You have a lot, you know, within this situation, what's going on, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot going on. You need to learn how to sit in confidence and go, you know what? I'm going to share this. You're not going to sit back and be a quiet little mouse in the corner anymore. You know what? Stand up, put your hand up, speak. It's time. It's time for you to come out of hiding, because your words have value. Your knowledge has value, and somebody else can literally benefit from your knowledge. Not only that, when you speak it out loud, you hear yourself, and then you retain your own knowledge a little bit better because you have a better understanding. So start speaking your truth and see where that takes you. Card number 3 is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, he shows up all the time, huh? Trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Okay, I love this card because, quite honestly, you picked number 3. You're sitting in a place that you're going, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? You know what I mean? You don't know how to go forward, and you're sitting there going, I don't know which way to go. This card is telling you, do it, jump, leap, make it happen. Why? It might feel like a gamble, but do not worry. You're okay. You're going to survive. You're going to make it. Everything is going to be fine. Okay. This is what that card is doing. It says to leap, make the leap. Think about this card as the Fool in a tarot deck. Sometimes you have to have faith. Sometimes you have to make the leap. This card is just telling you why you make the leap, that you're protected. You're not going to lose it all. Everything's not going to go to hell in a handbasket, and you are just fine. Get out of your own way. Card number 4 is, Freya, phases and cycles. This is a beginning within, there is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Ooh, what a powerful card. Oh my God. I feel this card. I look at this card. I'm like, oh my gosh. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And I love that because it does tell me that things are coming to an end. Whatever's going on, if you pick card number 4, is coming to an end. You may or may not like it. That's fine. It is coming to an end though. But that's okay, because you can't rebuild if something's already there. You can't move forward if something's in your way. So things have to come to an end. Something's got to come to completion. This may be a way of life. This may be a situation. This may be your job. This might be your car. Who knows? But things have to come to an end, and look for things ending this week. But that, again, even though that might feel scary, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just means it's time to move forward. So I love that. And look for the messages, because when I see the raven, you got messages coming around. You might be sitting here going, I don't know what it is. Messages are showing up, guys. So start paying attention if you pick card number 4. Oh my gosh, the next card seems to be so darn sticky. Radha, soul flame, Radha. Discover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Wow, I love this card. I love this card. It is rediscover a lost part of yourself. This card is telling me that, you know what? This week for you is going to be revelationary. Why? Because you are going to be doing some soul searching. You are going to be looking at some stuff. I don't think it's the soul searching that is going to go, hey, here in my face. This feels more like you've done the soul, you've done the work, you don't know where to go, you've been stuck in it, because I know I'm hearing a million people go, but dear, I'm stuck, I've been doing this. This is going to come in the form of one person making a small comment, and boom, a light bulb's going off. And you're going to go, oh, I see it. I see it. I get it. And it's going to change you. So allow the change to happen. Allow yourself to move forward and go, yes, I'm good with that. So card number 1 was connect to your lineage, connect to yourself. Card number 2 was the Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. Card number 3 was Archangel Michael, Trusting Heaven. Card number 4 was Freya, the Phases and Cycles. And card number 5 was Rada, the Soul Flame card. Now, when I look at all these together, I'm like, this is an incredible week. Why? Because this is a week where, you know what, I think what we talked about today is going to kind of hit home. Somebody, even if you're like, oh, just blowing this off, later on this week, you're going to go, wait a second, there's a lot in my life happening that happened with this conversation today. And what it is you're just going to kind of be looking in and going, okay, I got this. I can do this. You're going to start to see your own self-worth. You're going to start to see who you are a little bit better. And going forward, it's just kind of like you're showing up. You're showing up. This is a week for you to show up. This is a week for you to go, I'm going to trust that I can have a better life. And it's going to start partaking, because ways you've been going at it, things you've been doing, things that have been happening are going to end. It's over. Some part of your life is done, but it's a part of your life you didn't like to begin with. And it's time to let it go. It's time to say, I don't need this. I'm letting it go. And I'm jumping into something different. And knowing that this really is going to be a week that you're going to jump forward. You don't have to lose everything to have a better life. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge that, you know what, you're not right where you want to be. And you're going to figure out why. I like this deck, guys. I like this deck. So expect miracles, guys. Expect miracles. Expect things to happen. Expect so many amazing things. Take the messages because they're all around you. I like this card. I like this card. I like these cards. So there you go. And guys, guess what? We are done with our 8 decks for the next issue of the magazine. So later this week, I will be picking a deck that I go, oh my gosh, it just really resonated with me. And we'll be doing a reading for the magazine so that they can get that published, which I think is super cool. I'm looking at them. We had a lot of great decks this time. We had Sacred Earth Oracle. I don't know if you remember that. We had the Animal Spirit. That was a good deck. We have Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny. We had the Dream Wisdom Oracle. Oracle of the Rift Walker. The Halloween Forever deck. And then the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And then, of course, today's. So out of one of these 8, I will be picking the card, the deck, and then doing the reading for the magazine. So I would say this is a great 8 weeks of decks. And that just means that, guess what? We start with a brand new 8 weeks next Monday. So where's DeEtte this week? DeEtte is very close to home. I'm in Rosemont, Illinois, just on the suburb of Chicago, at the biggest event called Days of the Dead. It's a horror fest. It is an amazing event. I have my medium's lounge there. What's that mean? I am the only medium in the building. I'm the only psychic medium doing readings at the event because I have my lounge, which is super awesome. You can find me in Concourse B, which is just outside the main room. It's a nice little sitting area. You're also going to see my granddaughter, Addie, there. She does her temporary tattoos. Quite a little successful business. She's been doing it for 3 years now, which is super amazing. Yeah, there with a bunch of people from the paranormal. BFF Larry is there. It's going to be Chris Fleming. Come see Chris Fleming. Chris, you will not find him with us in Concourse B, although he's part of Tribe 3 Productions. He's coming with us. We have got him on as a main person of the event, which is super awesome. So you're going to be able to see him in Celebrity Row. Buy his artwork, talk to him, get a picture. This guy's amazing. Go talk to him, go read, sit with him as he does his talk. I believe it's at noon on Saturday. See him part of the after hours panel or after dark panel, which is Saturday at 7 p.m. in one of the downstairs rooms. It is right after it closes because the event does end at 7 p.m. Saturday. Obviously, it opens back up on Sunday. But we're doing an after dark panel at that point. Just come down and find us. And there's a bunch of us at this panel. We're going to talk about stuff and tons of questions and answers. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so it's a great event, guys. It's a great event. It's an event that goes on a couple of times a year I go to. It's always exciting. It's always a lot of fun. Tons of energy. Come see your horror people. They're there. It is Friday the 13th themed, it seems like. A lot of the Friday the 13th cast is going to be, and a lot of other people from a lot of different shows are there. So, and a couple of wrestlers this time. So, lots of fun. So, we will see you there this weekend. After that, guys, am I anywhere next weekend? Gosh, I am not. Why? Because I don't have to be. I finally am taking a week off next weekend, which is crazy. It's just crazy. I think I got to be someplace. I cannot not have a day off. Well, I could, but that's no fun, is it? So am I someplace next weekend, or do I truly have a day off next weekend? No, I am going to a birthday party the next weekend. I knew there was something going on. But yeah, it is what it is. So with that being said, guys, I will see you this week. I will see you at Days of the Dead, which is super awesome. If not, if you want those readings, feel free to book me online at DeEtte.us. I also do have gift cards available. Just send me a message, an email through the Grapevine. We'll connect and we'll get you your gift cards. This has been DeEtte, School with Your Spirit with the Edge Network. You guys have a great day. Have an amazing weekend. Change your thoughts about yourself and see how much better you do in life. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.